Thank you for joining us on this special broadcast. Viewers, the centre has announced a large part of its mega stimulus plan. Few more details are left. But we decided that this is a good time to ask various state governments of what they think about this plan and how they are going to help the industry. It's the India Revival Mission, which is the big focus here on Times Network and on Mirror Now. And joining me right now for this special conversation is Shiv Sena leader and Maharashtra Industries Minister, Mr. Subhash Desai. Mr. Desai, thank you for giving us your time. Let me begin by actually asking you about the mega stimulus package by the centre. To what extent do you think this will help the industry?
The package announced by the government of India is a huge package. I think this size package is happening for the first time, and people have many opportunities, particularly people engaged in businesses, in small, medium and micro industries have some opportunities to rebuild their businesses or realize their new ideas. Particularly now, finance being made available without a collateral, without giving any guarantee. That is a big support. And there are many more incentives available through this package. And now the entrepreneurs have ample opportunities to join this growth, and they can make their ideas and bring them into reality soon. I think the young entrepreneurs all over the country, particularly in Maharashtra, will not miss this bus and take advantage of all the government support is available. Everyone who is having some bold idea or unique idea, some innovation, they can now focus on the implementation of their concept. And here again, government of Maharashtra is also ready to support the MSMEs by introducing more incentives. We are considering the waiver of fixed demand charges. In fact, we have already decided to stop demanding fixed demand charges on the electric supply. Again, we are also considering to reduce tariff for industrial power as far as possible, so that they can conveniently make their project viable. So this is as far as this new package is concerned, and we are waiting for more to come.
In fact, I was going to ask you that, Mr. Desai, centre support aside, what is it the government is working on in Maharashtra? You mentioned that, there will be some SOPs for the industry. You've just given us two decisions that have just been taken right now by the Maharashtra government. What else has been decided or is on the cards?
We have appointed a task force of senior bureaucrats, and they are preparing our new policy. And almost we have reached the line of decision. And I think by next week we'll be able to announce details of our new proposal and new scheme. This is one thing. So far, we have allowed industries to operate in non-red zones. Except red zones, all other parts of Maharashtra are experiencing industrial activities everywhere. We issued as many as 68,000 permissions, and out of them, 47 industries have gone into production. They are now active, and more than 10,60,000 workers have joined their duties. So industrial growth is what we are experiencing, and it is growing. Every day we are attending their issues, and we are trying to go with complete handholding to each one of them and our officers, all the agencies are very active in bringing back on track the industrial activity. And hopefully, Maharashtra will research uh, to newer height, bigger height.
Okay, you said that about 10.6 lakh workers have now joined work in the industries, and you're looking of ways of employment. But with this recent migrants exodus, Mr. Desai, do you believe there will be a problem, or are you witnessing a problem of lack of labor force already in the state?
Corona crisis that we are experiencing is something very new to all of us. And it's not easy to relaunch everything immediately. So industrial houses are facing some difficulties, particularly in finding the labor forces. Many migrant workers have left the state. Repeatedly, we requested them to stay back, but they want to visit their families in their native places, so they have left. They are leaving. Now there are two scenarios. One, that there is ample opportunity now for the locals. And we appeal to local guys, the sons of the soil, to come forward and fill the gaps. And we are also appealing the industrialists to select candidates from local guys and appoint in the vacancies. This is one part. So there is opportunity to reduce the joblessness in the state. Again, we have come forward with very unique scheme. That is, we are creating Industrial Employment Bureau in the state of Maharashtra with the close cooperation of three departments: Department of Industries, Labor Department, and Skill Development Department. Three departments together are forming this Industrial Labor Bureau. With this bureau, we will be registering the jobless youth, skilled, semi-skilled, unskilled, all these categories. And whosoever wants a labor force, that industry will be provided with the greater number than what they actually need. And they can select from that labor pool. So this is one thing that government is now doing for the first time. And we are sure that this scheme will click. It will be a win-win situation for both, for the jobless and job seekers and the job givers. So this way, we are tackling the issue of labor shortage.
In fact, Mr. Desai, we've seen some of the states have undertaken, massive changes in the labor laws. Now, while one side says that these are the reforms which are much awaited and will help the industry, there is also a sharp criticism that has come in for these labor reforms and how it doesn't bode well for the labor force. What is the Maharashtra government's view on it?
Maharashtra has been pioneer in creating labor laws. In fact, the labor movement emerged in the state of Maharashtra, in Mumbai. And great stalwarts like Sripad Amrut Dange, N.M. Joshi, they were the founders of the labor movement here. With the continuous struggles, they made the governments and government after government to introduce new laws. Now, last 60 years, since the formation of the state of Maharashtra, these laws are in place. We don't find there is any clash between the management and the labor. Small clashes are bound to happen, and they happen, but there is no sentimental conflict between the managements and the labor force. But still, if we need to have some amendments, we'll certainly go for some amendments and make the laws industry friendly. That is okay. But with this very, very friendly atmosphere between the labor force and the management industries, we are we're not facing any problem as such on this front.
No, but what is your own sense about these changes that the other states have made? Are they good?
There were no labor laws. There are no labor laws at all. There are few states I can certainly name. And they are now trying to attract the industry. It is okay. It is a healthy competition, and competition between state and state will go on. It has been, it is going on since last many years. It will continue. But Maharashtra is a completely industry-friendly state. We have built up complete ecosystem for the industrial growth. And that is the reason why all the investors across the globe and from the domestic sectors are attracted to Maharashtra. That is how we term Maharashtra as magnetic Maharashtra. Maharashtra has been preferred destination for foreign as well as domestic investment.
Okay, all right, Mr. Desai, thank you so much for taking the time out. I hope next week when you finalize, the schemes that the government will announce for the state of Maharashtra, then we can have a more detailed conversation. Thank you so much for joining us today.